Just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He finds his man, complete. It's Barry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Now it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Thunderbirds add 6 to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2nd down and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. From the 44, Mayfield. Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Barry. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 11 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll run on first down. It's Joseph, and he's got room. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5, and finally out of bounds just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Thunderbirds are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10. More optimism. More bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mayfield off the play fake. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays. Where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Thunderbirds are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Mayfield's throw complete to Freiermuth. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. They push him back 8 yards that time on. Second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. As the offense takes the field, we zero in on Lamar Jackson. And we have seen him to this point with 4 touchdowns. We get a glance at his work. It's been good work.
Oh, it's been excellent work, and it's made so much better by our guys. Look at that montage of great plays that they put together. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, you speak it pretty well. But these guys, the pictures they put up, off the chart.
Very good, and he's got his team in the lead right now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Thunderbirds are pouring it on. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hayes. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. He's at the 30. 10. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Thunderbirds will extend their lead here just before halftime. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute, but first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Steelers showed flashes this year, but ultimately were doomed by too many mistakes, though a victory there will end their season at 7-9. From there, we check on the other Pennsylvania team as we head east to see what's happening with the Eagles. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Texans have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Thomas. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Joseph. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, Webster. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Gaskin again on second down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. They get this out wide to Gaskin. Touchdown, Bengals. Myles Gaskin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Thomas brings it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And out of bounds right around the 20.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Throwing is Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Thunderbirds have got it on cruise control.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Heading back out, Baker Mayfield, as we call up our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
No problem there on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Thomas. And he returns this to the 22. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Joseph. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. Welcome back to Toronto. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Here's Freiermuth again. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Mayfield on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. Jackson now, rolling to his right.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And, oh, this is Beckham remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain.
5 yards remain on second down.
We'll check on his status when we get back. On second down now. It's Joseph, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
First carry, he loses the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on first down. Joseph. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. From the 25 on second down, Jackson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Thomas. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. On first down, Webster. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. Fighting through pressure. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. On first and 10, Mayfield. He finds his man complete. It's Hayes. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size.
There he goes, right side. 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. A try here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Jackson, he finds his man, complete. It's Webster, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On third down, it's Joseph. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here,
they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.